of the opposition parties, which was called by Zuma. And I said, I'm not going. So I asked Floyd and Marshall to attend the SG. They went and Dali was there. Dali went to make a presentation of a paper in that first meeting where he said the EFF must close down with the other parties and then form something under Zuma's leadership. I mean, things happen the way they happen. I mean, Floyd and Marshall, you know him, he's just there and he speaks when it is necessary. But Floyd is the one who was leading the discussion. Who said, no ways, it's not going to happen, and all of that. And then he comes back extremely shocked that Dali is not only proposing it, he has written it down.
So that was the high level of betrayal that was there, being done by the likes of Dali Mpofu, Floyd Shivambu, the highest level of betrayal by your own comrades there. And it wasn't even a secret. Because at first, when we saw Malema crying, sort of, being down during that press conference when Floyd was announcing that he's departing, we thought, that Malema had been caught by surprise. But it turns out, that Malema, he had seen not just the signs, but I mean, the betrayal was right there in front of him. Because when you have your most trusted people alongside you, proposing that you shut down your own party and go to something that hasn't been formed yet, it's really surprising. Because by the time that they held those meetings, the MK party hadn't been formed yet. So it's really surprising, and why Julius Malema didn't fire. Obviously, he keeps Floyd Shivambu, but you were supposed to discipline Dali Mpofu. I feel like he should have done that, Like, why didn't Julius Malema fire Dali Mpofu? Because the problem that is there with Malema is that he didn't take any action after seeing the betrayal, because Floyd Shivambu actually left first. Dali Mpofu remained behind, and he didn't even fire Dali Mpofu. It was clear to everyone that Dali Mpofu is an MK member, but he kept him there till he left on his own. So in as much as Julius Malema is intelligent, etc., I mean, on this leadership part, he seriously lacked, being decisive and removing the bad apples from the basket. He could have avoided this disaster by being completely decisive. I know there are people out there, who are going to argue and say, EFF, it's not just about one man. EFF is about so many other people, But we all know, that the EFF, it's about Malema, Without Malema, there is no EFF. Even Vusi Khoza said it at one point, that Malema is very ruthless, He is the man, who takes all the decisions. So let's try and find out, why Malema didn't fire. So this is what we have, Malema claims, Dali Mpofu presented a paper at a meeting, for opposition parties, proposing that EFF should close down. But we want to find out why Malema didn't fire. Ambiguity, I don't buy that first reason. Malema may have chose to deal with it more as a political exit, timing and party status, reputation, strategic decision. Malema wasn't strategic at that point. You know why I say Malema wasn't strategic? Because what happens in life is that people can read and understand a person. When they read and understand you, they can see that this person, when we push him this way, he is very vulnerable. He is not going to take any action. So those guys, they took advantage of Malema there because they knew that there is no way that Malema was going to fire him, because they felt that Malema needed them more than they needed him. So they just did as they pleased. So Malema, let me start by saying I don't agree. I don't agree. You know what? Malema made a big mistake. A big mistake there. You should have fired Dalimpofu. You should have fired Dalimpofu. Simple as that. You know, so it's a fair take, that argument for me, exactly, loyalty breach. Because how can you say you are loyal to the EFF, right? But you suggest something like collapsing the EFF into MK. Had you suggested that Zuma joins EFF, then we understand, But suggesting the collapse of EFF into MK, that's loyalty breach there. It's complete loyalty breach. You don't suggest something like that. Image control, no. Exactly. MK gained credibility at the expense of EFF. Exactly. It embodied other internal dissenters. So Malema lost a lot of political control there. But no one is perfect in life. And I hope, and believe that going forward, Julius Malema is going to learn from that past, and he is not going to allow anyone, going forward, maybe like Godrich Gadi or even Marshall Dlamini, to push him around like that, and suggest something like collapsing the EFF into MK. That shouldn't be happening. So at the present moment, there is something that is happening in KZN. MK Party needs EFF more than EFF needs MK Party. Because what is happening there is that MK Party, they want these votes for them to take over control of government in KZN. Because right now, if you combine the votes for MK, EFF, and NFP, those votes are tied with the current government there. So MK, despite them having more votes than EFF, they need EFF more than the other way around. So that means that Malema has the cards on the table, and he shouldn't be bossed around, and to be bullied, into surrendering those votes into MK. He should just let MK to crumble on their own, move like ignoring. Because if he tries to come out, and be like, we are not supporting you, MK, people are going to twist that and say Malema is now supporting the DA. So Malema should just keep quiet and just be like, you came to me, you took Dalimpofu, you took Floyd Shivambu away from me, and I kept quiet. And I'm just going to keep quiet and just politic you. So strategy-wise, he has to use that same strategy that he used to Dalimpofu, just to keep quiet, and let the people do their thing. But when it comes to internal dissent, I feel like you should switch the strategy. I'll catch you guys on the next one.